This is Ron Kelleher with the Inspired Leadership Podcast, episode number 561. And today's episode is entitled, 4 Inspiring Thanksgiving Reflections for Christian Business Leaders.
Hello, and welcome to Inspired Leadership, the podcast for Christian leaders in the marketplace who want to be the best leaders they can be. And now your host, Ron Kelleher.
In the spirit of Thanksgiving reflections, we're shifting our lens slightly from our regular discussions on Christian leadership. As we pause amidst our bustling schedules this Thanksgiving season, it's imperative to foster a space of gratitude and reflection. And what better way to guide our thoughts than through the poignant verses of "Come, ye thankful people, come." This hymn was penned by Henry Alford in 1844, and it speaks to the heart of Thanksgiving reflections, offering timeless sentiments that resonate profoundly, even in today's fast-paced business landscape. So let's journey stanza by stanza through this hymn and glean the profound sentiments it conveys. I'm going to read them rather than sing them, and you should all be thankful that I'm reading them, not singing them. The first stanza, the lyrics are, "Come, ye thankful people, come. Raise the song of harvest home. All is safely gathered in ere the winter's storms begin. God our Maker doth provide for our wants to be supplied. Come to God's own temple, come. Raise the song of harvest home." A reflection for us is central to our Thanksgiving reflections. This stanza beckons us to acknowledge and appreciate the culmination of our efforts. Very much like a harvest reaped in due season, it's a vivid reminder of God's provisions in our businesses and personal ventures. The second stanza goes, "All the world is God's own field, fruit unto his praise to yield. Wheat and tares together sown, unto joy or sorrow grown. First the blade and then the ear, then the full corn shall appear. Lord of harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be." This stanza serves as a cornerstone in our Thanksgiving reflections. It underscores the notion of divine accountability, urging us as Christian business leaders to balance success with righteousness. And the third stanza, "For the Lord our God shall come and shall take his harvest home. From his field shall in that day all offenses purge away. Give his angels charge at last in the fire the tares to cast, but the fruitful ears to store in his garner evermore." This stanza touches on the theme of divine accountability. As Christian business leaders, it's a timely reminder that while striving for success, we must also prioritize righteousness. The harvest is twofold: our worldly endeavors and spiritual journey, which God observes and rewards. And finally, the fourth stanza, "Even so, Lord, quickly come to thy final harvest home. Gather thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. There forever purified in thy presence to abide. Come with all thy angels, come, raise the glorious harvest home." Concluding our Thanksgiving reflections, this stanza shifts our focus from the temporal to the eternal. It reminds us that beyond our business pursuits lie the ultimate goal of unity with the divine. As we approach Thanksgiving, let's take a moment to reflect on our professional journey within the context of our faith. Have we recognized God's hand in our successes? Have we sought his guidance in our challenges? Let this season not only be a celebration of our earthly blessings, but also a deep, heartfelt gratitude for the eternal hope and grace we have in God. May you find profound joy and thankfulness in this season, always remembering the source of our blessings. Well, that's it for this week. And as always, questions and comments are welcome. What are you especially thankful for this year? I'd love it if you'd come over to the website at ronkelleher.com/episode 561 and leave me a question or a comment. And as always, before we go, I'd love to ask you to do me a quick favor, and that is to hop on over to whatever podcast service you're listening to this on. Leave a ranking for the show and a comment if you wish. It really does help us get the show into the hands of more and more people. So I thank you in advance for that and pray that God would help us all to be the powerful and the inspired leaders He intends us to be. That's it for this episode of Inspired Leadership. You'll find a complete transcript of this episode on my website at www.ronkelleher.com. My prayer now is that you'll go out and be the powerful, inspired leader that God intends us to be.
Thanks for listening to the Inspired Leadership Podcast at www.ronkelleher.com.